Welcome back. It is Friday, November 24th in the NBA. My four favorite picks are on the way. We're going to change the scenery. Hopefully you guys had a great Thanksgiving, but let's dive into the picks today. As always, we've got to do a recap of how we did on Wednesday. A very solid day for us, up almost 2.5 units. Day 2 of the ladder challenge hit. Day 3 will be later on this morning. I'm going to say I'll try to post it by noon. So if you're a DubClub or in the COS All-Stars, you'll definitely get that early. Scotty Barnes, he clutched up his PRA line. We appreciate him. Giannis's assist line, I don't know how he got it done, but he ended up getting 5. I'm not going to complain about that. Dylan Brooks did get us the 10.5 points we needed. Ended with 13. We had a little bit of a sprinkle on that 15 plus. Just needed one more bucket. The man shot 4 for 14. And then Sabonis, 10 rebounds and 7 assists. That same game parlay did not hit. But we will take a very solid day, quietly on a pretty good run these last few days. Hopefully, like I said, you had a great Thanksgiving. And we actually had a decent day in the NFL, going 2-1 there. But like I said, day 3 of the ladder challenge will be live later on this morning/afternoon, early afternoon. I'm not probably going to touch the Magic Celtics game, which is at like a 2:30 start, so you should have plenty of time to enter it. And I have 2 quick notes, though, before we dive into today's picks. Number 1, you guys have shown a ton of love on the second channel. We posted a new video, A Day in the Life of Austin, myself. It was a really cool video. You got to see me just some of the behind the scenes of what happens behind the scenes for these videos. Plus, you got to see me go swing a bat in a batting cage, which was quite interesting. And then you got to see us go to a Magic and Bucks game. So definitely go check that out. It will be the top link in the description. Go check out the second channel. Show it some love. I think we're almost at 3,000 subscribers over there. Just having some fun, doing a new video every Wednesday. And then also, in addition to that, we also have a new sports book in Louisiana, Bet365. Look, Bet365, one of those books that we use a good amount on the channel. And, you know, some states don't have it, but when you do get it, I definitely say take advantage of it. They have the best alternate lines in terms of, you know, odds. Normally you'll see something on Bet365 that's like plus 800. You go to like FanDuel, it's like plus 450. So if you are in Louisiana, definitely sign up for Bet365. They also have the best offer right now. You deposit or bet $1, you get $365 in bonus bets. Yeah, that's a pretty good offer. So sign up, top link in description, deposit and bet $1 on anything. You'll get those $365 in bonuses. But you guys came for some picks. We're going to dive into the picks today. No more than 1 unit plays today, but I really like the card we got cooked up. And the first one we will start with is play we've already taken this season. His name is Nikola Jokic. We're taking his over 12.5 rebounds, minus 120 on DraftKings. Now, some people are going to chase his triple-double line. And while I don't hate that, obviously, you know, we know how good Jokic is. He can get a triple-double any given night against any given matchup. I just like the rebounds a little bit more here. And look, we've taken it with Jokic before, and he delivered, I think, 16 rebounds the last time we took it against the Pelicans. And I really like this matchup for him. Now, Jamal Murray is on the cusp of coming back, but it will not be tonight. And we've seen over the last 8 games since Jamal Murray went out, we've seen Jokic 13 rebounds in 6 of 8 games. His 2 misses. One of them saw him get into foul trouble. He only played 28 minutes in a tough matchup against the Cleveland Cavaliers. He ended with 10. Then the other game was the game he got ejected in. He only played 15 minutes, got ejected in the first half, and had 5 rebounds. Now, Jokic is going to take on the Rockets, and in these last 8 games, he's also taken on the Rockets. And Jokic not just had 13 rebounds, 21 rebounds against the Rockets in their most recent game. Now, I'm not saying, hey, Jokic, go get 20 rebounds again, but I do think that there's reasonably a chance that he could get easily 13, 15 rebounds tonight. The Rockets are a team allows the 8th most rebounds per game in the NBA to opposing teams, and they allow the fewest points per game to centers. Now, I'm not saying, hey, go rush out to your sports book and take the under for Jokic points. I'm not going out on a limb on that yet in this NFL or NBA season. But, I mean, Jokic did score 36 in his last game versus the Rockets. But what the Rockets have done is really they've transformed their defense, and they're a pretty good defensive team. So that leads to, you know, probably Jokic maybe driving in, having to kick to some shooters. Maybe KCP is firing up a 3. He's bricking it, and then Jokic is in the space for an offensive rebound. He did that all last game versus the Rockets. And just think at the end of the day, this is a great matchup for him. Now, he'll go up against Alperen Sengun, who is very talented. We love Sengun. He's really good, a really good young center, and he's kind of Jokic light, if you will. But yeah, Sengun, not the best 3-point shooter. He is shooting 37% higher than I thought it was, but he's only attempted 2 per game. I think Jokic will say, you know what? Sengun, go beat us with the 3-pointer. And if he does, he makes 1, 2, or 3, then Jokic will start stepping out. But I think he'll just be playing in drop coverage, and he'll just be chilling out in the paint. And we think about the guys that are shooting on the Rockets. Majority of shots coming from Fred VanVleet, Jalen Green, and if you want to count Jabari Smith Jr., he's firing up too. Dylan Brooks will fire up some shots too. So normally all these guys, Sengun will shoot his fair share, but all those shots that he shoots are mostly in the paint and restricted area. So End of the day, all those shots are getting fired up. Jokic is probably the guy down there to grab some rebounds. So I really like this one. I'll roll with him over 12.5 rebounds. I think is another great spot to back the Joker to grab some boards tonight. We'll take him over 12.5 rebounds. Now, my second pick is going to be a guy we've bet on a couple different times this season, and I really like his play tonight. And we're going to ride with Devon Booker of the Phoenix Suns over 38.5 points, rebounds, and assists, PRAs, minus 115 on DraftKings. Now, if the line is 39.5 for you, you got my sign of approval. He has ended on 39 once this season, but I think this is a great matchup for him. I think he clears 40 pretty easily. And personally, I think the line should be 40.5 or 41.5. And I wouldn't be surprised if after this game, if he crushes this, that you see Booker's line closer to the 41.5 just going forward any given night, regardless of matchup, because we've seen Booker dominate this season. And while there is still a question or concern about his minutes limit or his minutes restriction, we've still seen him, play 40 minutes. This is his sixth game back from injury. So is that minutes limit still there? I don't know. Maybe they kept him on a minutes limit the first 5 games. Now they're like, all right, full steam ahead. They also don't play tomorrow, so not worried about them trying to rest him if they need to, unless obviously it's a blowout. But I don't see them blowing out the Grizzlies. And we've talked about Booker this season. Been really good. 28.1 points per game, 5.6 rebounds per game, and 9.3 assists per game. Good for 43 PRAs in 7 games. He's hit this over in 6 of those 7. His only miss was 37 PRAs. Like I said, did end with 39 in one of the other games, but then I think this is a decent matchup for him. The Grizzlies are a good defensive team. You normally don't target a lot of overs against them, but normally I'm not targeting guys like Kevin Durant or, guys that go into the paint and score a lot of points there because they're normally getting Jaren Jackson Jr. on them. And if you drive to the paint a ton, you'll see Bismack Biyombo meeting you too. But with Jaren Jackson Jr. probably defending Durant, I like this matchup a little bit more for Booker in this spot. Now, Dillon Brooks, obviously, he's a great perimeter defender. Nah, he's not in Memphis anymore. Now in Houston. Their best perimeter defender is Marcus Smart, and he's out. So they really just don't have the best defense for perimeter guards. And I just think Booker will be able to get to his spots. Also coming off a bad shooting game, 5 for 15. Did get to the free throw line like 14 times, which is what he's capable of doing. But normally you don't see Booker have back-to-back bad shooting games, and the ball's just always in his hand. And I don't love the matchup for Durant either. So this is a Grizzlies team. Normally, if you were to see me take Booker, it's normally his points plus his assists, but the Grizzlies are a team that's given up a ton of rebounds, the 3rd most rebounds per game in the NBA. And you think about Jaren, he's going out on the perimeter. Bismack will do his thing, but Booker likely defends probably Gilliard or Conchar. So it's not going to be Desmond Bane if he plays. It's not going to be JJJ. So the guys that are shooting for this Grizzlies team are not really the guys that Booker is going to be guarding. So I'm confident he can luck into some rebounds. We've seen him have games with 6, 8, and 9 rebounds. If he somehow lucks into 8 or 9 rebounds, this is going to be a no sweat bet. He should easily clear it. But I really like Booker. I think he fills up the stat sheet tonight. Give me his over in points, rebounds, and assists at 38.5 for 1 unit. Now, my third play could arguably be my favorite play. However, this team is just a tricky one. You just never know if they're going to keep it close. But if they are going to keep it close, I think it's because this guy's keeping it close by himself. I consider making this one a bigger play, more than 1 unit, but I'll stick to just 1 unit because it's Mr. Brandon Ingram of the New Orleans Pelicans over 29.5 points plus assists, minus 105 on DraftKings. Now, look, Ingram has been pretty good this season, and with CJ McCollum still out with an injury, they did get Jose Alvarado back, but with CJ out, there's still a lot of usage to go around to not only Brandon Ingram, but basically Zion Williamson, and that's kind of the two-headed attack, and on the road, they're going to need Ingram to step up, and in the last 9 games when Ingram has played with CJ McCollum out, you look at Ingram averaging 25.2 points per game, 5.1 assists per game. That's good for 30.3 points plus assists. If he has an average game tonight, we would cash. Now, he has had 30 plus PAs going over in 5 of those 9 games. So not the greatest hit rate, still under in 4, but he's attempted 20.8 field goal attempts during that time span. And the misses he's had, it's not like he's not even been close. He's at 25, 26, 27, and 29 points plus assists. So look, he's getting real close to this line. And we talked with the Pelicans team. They've kind of burned us on a couple ladder challenges because they've not even been competitive in some games. But I think they'll be competitive in this in-season tournament game. And Ingram just kind of had some bad luck the past couple games. I mean, he had a game for Sacramento where he had 5 fouls, only played 30 minutes. He had that game against Dallas where we lost Zion and he needed 2 more points, missed some free throws. That was a game he didn't play in the 4th quarter. If this game's close and there's no foul trouble, which I think is probably most likely going to happen, Ingram probably plays 36, 38 minutes tonight. I mean, this is a guy, if this game is close, he's going to check back in the 7 or 8 minute mark left in the 4th, and he's going to have the ball in his hands pretty much the whole 4th quarter. Him and Zion are going to have to carry the show down the edge, and this is a team in the Pelicans that they haven't played on the road since November 10th. So that's why I'm not necessarily making it a bigger play, because they could get blown out. But in that game on the road, 36 points plus assists. I just don't trust Ingram's teammates to show up a ton. I think the Clippers will try their best to slow down Zion Williamson, but I just don't think that this Clippers team is as good defensively as people think they are. Now, Kawhi Leonard and Paul George are great big names. I don't think they're trying on November 24th in terms of playing defense. Like, sure, maybe an in-season tournament game, they'll try a little bit harder, but it's until the playoffs come, those guys really, it just feels like they don't give it 110% on the defensive side. They're still good defenders. They're not, traffic cones out there, but they're still not the elite defenders that comes with their names, in my opinion. And Ingram, honestly, he doesn't care if you're an elite defender because his last two games versus the Clippers with Kawhi Leonard out there, 32 points, 13 assists, and 36 points and 8 assists. Good for 45 and 44 points plus assists. It's a guy that has played in the Clippers stadium, obviously plenty of times when he started with the Lakers. And I'm confident that Ingram's going to go out there and shoot the ball a ton tonight. I'm not sure if he'll be in the ladder challenge for 20 plus points just because this Pelicans team, you never know what you're getting from them. But I really do think Ingram has a big night tonight. So I'll roll with him. I don't mind his PRA line, but Ingram is just a guy that you sometimes see him looking at rebounds, be like, nah. I'll let someone else grab that one, and then they pass it to him. So I rather just take points plus assists. I know his assists have been down a little bit these last few days, but past few games, but I think they're going to be upticking tonight. So give me Brandon Ingram. Give me his over in points plus assists. I think he dominates the Clippers tonight, maybe even hits this over in just points alone. So if you need an individual line, points is the way to go, but I think the assists are going to be there tonight. We could see him get 6-8 assists tonight. That wouldn't surprise me at all. So I'll ride with Brandon Ingram. I think he has a big night tonight. Give me his over, 29.5 points plus assists for one unit. But arguably, if you had to pick my favorite play out of the three, it would probably be him, but I really like the Booker and Jokic play. So they're all kind of tough. So those are my three favorite picks of the day. My fourth one will be day 3 of the ladder challenge. As a reminder, we always play them for one unit plus the rollover. So the rollover is now $40. If you've been playing all three of them so far, or the other two so far, we now got $40 to play with. Like I said, I'll post that later on this morning. So definitely check that out. I'll post the YouTube short when it is live, and you can definitely go show that some love. That's going to do it. We have 4 picks, hopefully 4 winners. We can have a 4-0 sweep. We can go to day 4 of the ladder challenge. That would be exactly what the doctor ordered. Of course, a reminder, if you want to go show some love to the second channel, the day in the life video, I will link it on the screen. A lot of people, you guys have, I think it's one of our most watched videos on the second channel. You guys have absolutely loved it. So definitely go check it out. I'll link it on the screen. We will have a college football video live later on today, probably around noon time. Don't quote me on that, but we're about to record it after I finish getting this one live. So definitely go check that out. We'll post that. I'll link it on the screen when it is live as well. You guys have a great Black Friday, and we'll see you guys back again tomorrow with the brooms out and climbing to day 4 of the ladder challenge. When that YouTube short is live, I'll link it on the screen too. But go check out that day in the life video. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.